Hello everyone, it's Fady from Heartbeat Productions, and today we'll be unboxing together the new Apple Watch Ultra. And then I'll give also my opinion on it. I have another one that I've been using for a couple days. I'm just gonna give you my opinion. Do I like it? Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? What is all the hype about? Okay, so let's get started right away. So stick around and hopefully that would help you in your decision wanting to buy one or not. So this is the box that Apple sent, which you can tell is significantly bigger than the previous one for the normal Apple Watch, whether it's Series 8 or 7 or before that one. So let's dig in. So on the back side here, those I want to say Apple's packaging is probably some of the best packaging ever. Whoever does their design for packaging. And this is the paper box that came in it. So now that we got this out of the way. So in the box came 3 things. It's like a little booklet about, it's like a catalog. Just really cool with instructions, what's in it, and what all the buttons do. It's really cool. And then back here at the end, you have a small piece of paper with warranty information and instructions. So that's the first one. And then the second box, it's a whole massive box just for the actual watch. I don't know why. And then the third box is for the band that came with it, the one that I chose. Okay, so let's start with the watch. So this is the 49mm one. Okay. So right here you can see just the watch, and then that's where the charger came in with it. Let's start with the watch first. I absolutely love that titanium design. So this is one of like the biggest differences and factors about this watch is that whole titanium design. So you guys can see here. I struggle with hitting my watch everywhere. As I'm walking around, my hands are hitting the wall, my hands the countertops, the table. If that's you, then definitely this is a huge upgrade having the real titanium. It really protects the watch significantly. As well as the titanium edge wraps around the whole glass up here. So that way you don't have any exposed edges. And that was kind of one of the biggest upgrades for me that made sense, or why would I want this? Because my other watches, I used to have a 3, and then the one I upgraded from this was Series 6. And it's banged up big time because of me just subconsciously hitting stuff all around. You can see right here, you have that orange button on the side, and that's kind of your crown wheel. But then they made it significantly bigger and easier to use. And then you have the normal button underneath it. And then the new one on this watch, you have that orange button on the other side. And what it does is a shortcut button. You can adjust it to whatever you want to, which is really cool if you normally you want a quick access to flashlight or quick access to your calendars, or you can assign it to anything you want to, which is a really cool feature versus having to scroll through the watch and find what you want. Obviously, I also like the bigger screen display. It's significantly better, and I really like that a lot. And then right here is the charger that came with it, and that is different. The cable itself is made out of a different material, and Apple has been doing this at some of their pro products. So was there my Mac Studio, for example, the charger cable that came was significantly better. And it's that different material here that you can't bend or tear, which is really nice. And then just kind of like the normal watch chargers. But then they recommended that you use this combined with a 20 volt cube, not the older 18 volts or even the smaller ones. That way you can get the quick charge feature for the watch. All right, so now let's unbox this. So this is the loop or the wristband. So again, I'm not sure why they have a massive box for it. It feels like a lot of waste of space. Here's the wristband, you guys can see. But then there's like all these extra papers and stuff that not really necessary. And then here on the inside, they have a little bit of instructions how to set it up and how to run the wristband. Okay, now that we have the watch and the wristband all hooked up, here's what it feels like. Okay, so pros and cons. So let's kind of talk through this. Pros, absolutely love the bigger screen. Absolutely love the touch response and how bright it is. It's significantly brighter, especially because I came from 6, so it was significantly brighter. Love the extra button on the side. And then love that crown is significantly bigger, so it's a lot easier to use. But what is my biggest 2 things? These are all like secondary. My biggest 2 things that made sense for me, why do I want this? Why do we want to spend an extra a few $100s for it? Is 2 main things. Number 1 is the titanium, and significantly more sturdy. You can't really scratch this. It's really hard to, and it's way more durable, which I love that, especially because I hit mine a lot. And the other thing is the battery. So I travel a lot, and with my watch Series 6, the battery doesn't even last a day. Especially if you do a lot of the tracking and health tracking and all these kind of options and notifications on your watch and all that stuff. Probably by like 7 o'clock it's gone, which is a problem. Like a lot of times I'll be traveling and then I'm on a flight and going to my next destination, and especially it was flying overseas and international, and then boom, a few hours later the watch is dead. And then I don't necessarily have to carry a watch charger with me along the way to keep up with it. By the time I get to my destination, my watch is not working. I like about this that, so I charged this yesterday, 2 days ago in the morning. So that was Wednesday actually afternoon. It was Wednesday at 2 o'clock. And then today is Friday. When I woke up, so I wore it from Wednesday at 2 o'clock up until today, Friday at 9 o'clock. And I still had 20% left in my battery. So it probably would have lasted until Friday night, early evening, something like that, which is significant improvement. And I have all my notifications on, I have everything running on my watch, my weather and my text messages and my calendars. I also have the health tracking and the app tracking for all movements and exercise and all that kind of stuff. So that is a significant improvement. If battery matters to you, and then you don't have the time or just the capacity to keep charging your watch once a day. I used to charge it once a day at least, sometimes twice, because of how quickly it runs out was my old one. Then this would be a significant improvement from the previous one. And then at that point, you can determine for yourself, is spending the few $100 worth it for battery and worth it for just how sturdy that titanium is and that glass is. I do like the look of it. I wish they made one in black instead of the silver, but then I understand the problem because this is the natural titanium color. So if you hit it, nothing would happen. If you want to do it in black or a different color, you have to coat the titanium, which means if you hit it against something sharp, it might scratch the coating, not the actual titanium, and then you'll see the underneath layer of silver of the titanium underneath, which kind of defeats the purpose. Then technically it looks like it's scratched. Unless there's some more expensive ways for coating that is like unscratchable, which which will probably end up costing significant more money than what it is right now. But aside from this, it looks great, it feels great. Also, the bands are swappable with my old ones. So I'll show you guys here really quick. Because that was one of my main concerns. Can I use my old bands that I had on it or not? I have the 44 mil size. So this is my old band. Just a brown leather one from Amazon. It works, snug, fit, no problem at all. And backwards. But you guys get the idea. Looks really great, feels really great. So anyways, I hope that helps your decision. So comparing which one would work for you. And then lastly, I'm gonna put a watch here next to my old 6 years to show you guys the difference. So I'm taking the bands off so that way they only see. So it's significantly bigger. It's almost 1.5 times thicker. It feels a lot more sturdy. It's slightly heavier, but not as much actually. I was actually surprised because titanium is a really light metal. I was kind of surprised that it wasn't as heavy as I thought it would be. And it is way more sturdy. I had the blue one, so you guys can see it. So this is everything for today. If you have any comments or questions, put it down in the comments, and I'll see you guys for the next video.